Good evening, Warriors, and welcome back to another episode of the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report. I am your host, James Charles. It is late Sunday night, probably later than I should be up. I have to go to work tomorrow. But it was a kind of a rest and relax day. I had my 50th birthday party yesterday. Really enjoyed all my friends and family that showed up, hung out with me for a while. Had a great time. Big shout out to my wife for putting all of that together. She crushed it. It was great. But today we were just kind of, like I said, relaxing, watching some Masters, watching Rory repeat as Masters champ. So that was fun. But at any rate, today's episode, this week's episode, we've got soccer, we've got girls soccer, we got boys golf, we've got baseball, we've got softball, anything out there. I'm trying to throw it all together as quick and as efficient as I can to kind of include everything that I know. But as always, if you got anything out there that you want to see on the show, please shoot me an email at glsportsweeklyreport@gmail.com and we'll get it on here. So, without further ado, here we go. Let's get things kicked off with some Warrior track and field news. As our high school track and field athletes, Joe Butchell Athletic Complex out of hibernation on Saturday for the 52nd annual Warrior Track Invitational. This event brought in 12 teams: Ann Arbor Christian, Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard, Christ the King, Homer, Hope Christian Academy, Jonesville, Lutheran High School, Westland, Melvindale, Michigan Center, Novi Christian Academy, and Washtenaw Christian. In the women's 100-meter dash, senior Ashley Simon finished in first place with a time of 13 seconds flat. In the women's 200-meter dash, senior Maya Vigeland finished in third place with a time of 27:90. Senior Ashley Simon finished in sixth place with a time of 28:58. And freshman Sydney Palmer finished in 12th place with a time of 29:93. In the 400-meter, sophomore Ava Cruz finished in second place with a time of 1 minute, 6 seconds, and 15. In the 300-meter hurdles, sophomore Ava Renfro finishes in fourth place with 1 minute flat and 85. In the women's 4x100 relay, the team of Ashley Simon, Rachel Palmer, Sydney Palmer, and Maya Vigeland finished in second place with a time of 54:33. The 4x200 relay, the team of Ava Renfro, Rachel Palmer, Sydney Palmer, and Elia Klaus finished in second place with a time of 2 minutes, 1 second, and 68. In the women's shot put, Carly Huff finished in ninth place with 25 feet 1 3/4 inches. And Maddie Watson finished right behind her in 10th place at 23 feet 9 3/4 inches. Kara Humbarger also finished with a distance of 21 feet 8.5 inches. In the women's discus, Carly Huff finished with a distance of 62 feet 1 inch for 10th place. Maddie Watson finished in 12th place with a distance of 59 feet 9 inches. And Cora Diedrich finished with a distance of 47 feet 10 inches. In the women's high jump, senior Maya Vigeland finished in second place with a height of 4 feet 8 inches. In the women's pole vault, Ashley Simon brought home first place with a height of 9 feet even, followed closely in second by Amina Foley with a height of 7 feet 6 inches. And Sophia George finished with a height of 6 feet 6 inches. In the women's long jump, freshman Elia Klaus finished with a distance of 13 feet 10 inches, good for fourth place. Followed closely behind by Ava Renfro in fifth place with a distance of 13 feet 7 3/4 inches. And Rachel Palmer finished with a distance of 11 feet and 5 inches. In the men's 100-meter dash, freshman Aaron Henson finished in second place with a time of 11 and 53. In fifth place, freshman Ben Jones with a time of 11 and 94. And in eighth place, junior Quentin Zimke with a time of 12 and 28. In the men's 200-meter, finishing fifth place, sophomore Sebastian Jans with a time of 24 and 68, followed closely behind by fellow classmate and teammate Ryder Butler with a time of 24 and 81, finishing in ninth place with a time of 25 and 10, senior Simon Stegel-Lewis. And then in the men's 400-meter, Connor Butler brought home first place for the Warriors with a time of 54 and 6. Sophomore Michael Hope was finished in seventh place with a time of 57 and 66. And senior Ari Maynard finished in 11th with a time of 59 and 4. In the men's 800-meter, Connor Sherwood finished in third place for the Warriors with a time of 2 minutes, 6 seconds, and 76. Senior Brogan Sallow finished with a time of 2 minutes, 22 seconds, and 24. And freshman Grady McDaniel finished with a time of 2 minutes, 26 seconds, and 96. In the men's 1600-meter, Emmett Van Cleve finished in sixth place with a time of 5 minutes, 4 seconds, and 21. Junior Zach Butchigig finished with a time of 5 minutes, 21 seconds, and 50, good for 10th place. And senior Alex Holda finished in 13th with a time of 5 minutes, 48 seconds, and 91. In the men's 3200, Zach Butchigig finished with a time of 12 minutes, 9 seconds, and 36, good for 8th place, followed closely behind by senior Ari Maynard with a time of 12 minutes, 13 seconds, and 84. In the men's 110-meter hurdles, junior Adam Fouch finished in fourth place with a time of 19 and 15, followed right behind by freshman James Warbriton with a time of 19 and 72. And then those same two Warriors competed in the 300-meter hurdles. Adam finished in second place with a time of 46 and 10, followed up in third by James with a time of 46 and 59. In the men's 4x100 relay, the Grass Lake Warriors took home first place with a team of Simon Stegel-Lewis, Quentin Zimke, Ben Jones, and Aaron Henson, finishing with a time of 46 and 19. In the men's 4x200 relay, the Warriors took home second place with a team of Adam Fouch, Ryder Butler, Simon Stegel-Lewis, and Sebastian Jans with a time of 1 minute, 37 seconds, and 87. In the 4x400 relay, the Warriors finished in second place with a team of Connor Butler, Brogan Sallow, Michael Hope, and Connor Sherwood, finishing with a time of 3 minutes, 45 seconds, and 37. And in the men's 4x800 relay, the Grass Lake Warriors finished in first place with a time of 8 minutes, 52 and 43. That team consisted of Connor Sherwood, Ari Maynard, Brogan Sallow, and Emmett Van Cleve. In the men's shot put, Aiden Judson finished in sixth place with a distance of 36 feet, 6.5 inches. Senior Ben Simon finished with a distance of 35 feet and 11 inches for 8th place. And right behind him was sophomore Zach Holder with a distance of 35 feet and 3 inches. In the men's discus, Zach Holder finished in 5th place with a distance of 103 feet even. And Ethan Beatty threw a distance of 78 feet and 5 inches. In the men's high jump, Will Ford finished in 4th place with a height of 5 feet 6 inches. And freshman Lamar Zagalowitz finished in 7th place with a height of 5 feet even. In the men's pole vault, Finishing in first place with a height of 11 feet 6 inches, senior Simon Stegel Lewis. And also at 11 feet 6 inches, freshman Grady McDaniel. And in the long jump, finishing in second place, Sebastian Shans with a length of 18 feet and 3 inches. And in ninth place, sophomore Ivor Martinson with a length of 16 feet 1.5 inches. So after all was said and done, the women finished in fourth place with a total of 86. And the boys finished in first place over Jonesville by a half a point, 138.5 to 138. And here's a great photo of those championship boys, proud of their accomplishments on the day and proud of that GL plaque. And of course, nothing beats a championship celebration. So the Warriors' next competition will be at home again on Tuesday with Leslie and Manchester. Event starts at 4:30. Then on Friday, they will be out at Western for the 23rd annual Ralph Rice Invitational with Addison, Adrian, Da Vinci, Hanover, Hillsdale, Jonesville, Marshall, Michigan Center, Northwest, Olivet, and Western. Looks like that's getting started about 2 o'clock p.m. So if you got nothing going on Tuesday and Friday night, you can swing out, catch those track and field athletes at home on Tuesday and then on the road at Western on Friday. Way to go, Warriors. Way to get the season kicked off on the right foot. And then our middle school Warriors will be getting their track and field season kicked off on Monday out at Manchester with Manchester and Leslie, it looks like. That event, it will start at 4:30 out at Manchester High School Monday night. Good luck, Warriors. In Warrior baseball news, our varsity team was at home on Tuesday for a doubleheader with Homer. The Warriors found a way to win the first game in a shutout, 9-0. Gavin Killinger, Noah Orban, Kaline Westcott, and Kobe Sandoval all with hits for the Warriors. On the bump, Luke Guthrie, Noah Orban, and Braden Wayne combined for 10 strikeouts, giving up no hits and no runs. In the second game of that doubleheader, the Warriors shut out the Trojans again by a score of 13-0. Luke Guthrie and Gavin Killinger both with 2 hits and 2 RBIs on the evening in that second matchup. Manny Shaffron was on the mound for the Warriors, pitching 4 strong innings with 7 strikeouts, giving up only 1 hit and no runs. Then on Friday night, they traveled out to East Jackson for another doubleheader against East Jackson Trojans. In Game 1, the Warriors came away victorious, winning 17-0. Gavin Killinger led the way with 3 hits and 4 RBIs, and Cam Prater helped him out with 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Callan Knight and Evan Matthews pitched for the Warriors, combined for 12 strikeouts, giving up no hits and no runs. And in the second game of that doubleheader with East Jackson, the Warriors finally caved and gave up a run for the week, but they won that game 17-1. Ethan Brown was big at the plate for the Warriors with 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Noah Orban was on the bump for the Warriors for that second game, striking out 7, giving up only 1 run. So that puts the Warriors at 5-0 on the season, and in those 5 games, only giving up 3 runs. So the pitching and defense is looking rock solid. Coming up this week, Monday, they will be at Addison for a doubleheader. And then on Wednesday, they will be at University Liggett for single game, it looks like. And then Friday night at home against the Michigan Center Cardinals for a doubleheader. Game time is 4 p.m. On Friday. Our JV boys had a doubleheader out at Homer on Tuesday. Boys won that first game of that doubleheader 14-1. And then the second game of that doubleheader, the Warriors came out on top 18-6. Led by Wesley Rule at the plate with 2 hits, 5 RBIs. And Roman Caldwell with 2 hits as well. Wesley Rule and Grady Cromery were on the bump for the Warriors, combining for 5 strikeouts and 4 earned runs. Didn't see any information from the East Jackson game on Friday night that was scheduled. I'm guessing that game was probably canceled. So, but those boys will be back in action for 3 times coming up this week. They've got 3 doubleheaders, one at home against Addison on Monday. Then on Wednesday, they will be at home again against Springport. And then Friday night, they will travel to Michigan Center. Once again, all 3 days, those are doubleheaders starting at 4:00. Let's go, Warriors. In Warrior softball news, our girls were on the field for 5 competitions this week. They started out the week on the road against the Western Panthers for a single game. And the Warriors were dominant, winning 16-0. The Warriors collected 17 hits on the day, led by Layla Smith with 3 and Chloe Holyfield with 3 as well. Kennedy Collins and Ashley Henson also with 2 big flies. Mo Conrad and Kaylee Hilbear towed the rubber for the Warriors, combining for 7 strikeouts and no runs. The Warriors then were at home on Tuesday night for a doubleheader with Homer. The Warriors took game 1 down 12-2, combining for 8 hits, led by Mo Conrad with 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Mo was also on the mound for the Warriors in that first game, striking out 10, giving up only 2 earned runs. In game 2, the Warriors scored a bunch late, winning 8-3. The Warriors were able to put together 5 hits in that game. Layla Smith, Mackenzie Hilbear, Mo Conrad, Chloe Holyfield, and Kennedy Collins all with 1 hit each. Mo Conrad was on the mound again for the Warriors in that game, striking out 5, giving up only 3 earned runs. Then the Warriors traveled to East Jackson on Friday night for another doubleheader. In that first game, they won that one 14-0. The Warriors had 14 total hits for a team in that game, led by Mackenzie Hilbear with 4, and followed closely behind by Adeline Henson with 3. Kaylee Hilbear got the win on the mound for the Warriors, striking out 8 and giving up no earned runs. Warriors pulled out another conference win in the second game, combining for 18 hits in that one. The bats were hot. Lily McVicker with 4 hits, 2 RBIs. Mackenzie Hilbear with 3 hits, 3 RBIs. And McKaylee Jurek with 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Also a home run by Lily McVicker. McKaylee Jurek pitched for the Warriors in that second game, striking out 8 and giving up only 1 hit to the Trojans. That puts our varsity Warriors softball team at 5-0 on the season. They will have 3 competitions coming up this week. Monday at Addison. Then they will be home on Wednesday against Dexter. And then home on Friday night against the Michigan Center Cardinals. Our JV girls had a few competitions this past week as well. The only information that I have, 2 scores. Monday night, they were competing against Western. Unfortunately, the Warriors lost the first game 0-8. And the second game came up short, putting up some runs, but losing that one 10-24. Our JV girls will be at home on Monday night against Addison, then on the road at Dexter on Wednesday, and then on the road as well on Friday against Michigan Center. Also coming up this Friday night at Grass Lake High School, the varsity baseball and varsity softball teams will be taking on Michigan Center in a doubleheader. Both games will start at 4 p.m. But all Grass Lake Summer Youth League players wearing their uniforms get in free with a paying adult. It's a good opportunity to come out and watch the big kids play on the big field. So once again, that's Friday night. Those games start at 4 p.m. It's a doubleheader. The second game will start shortly after the conclusion of the first game. And at the conclusion of the second game, Grass Lake Summer Youth League players can run the bases. So come on out, support our Varsity Warriors softball and baseball teams. Let's pack the stands and let's cheer them kids on. And then my guy Wyatt Charles has his first tournament of the year coming up with his Ann Arbor A's 14U team, the spring warm-up tournament out at Eastern Michigan University Rec Fields. That'll be Saturday morning and then again on Sunday. So good luck to my guy, Wyatt. Let's go, baby. In soccer news, our Grass Lake Warriors ladies soccer team took to the pitch with their first home game of the season against Jonesville. The ladies came out on top 8-0. 2 goals from Adeline Stormont and Adeline Kidd. Goal from Leah Henson, Taylor Hope, Leah Klaus, and Audrey Coppernoll. Then on Friday, they traveled out to Columbia Central. And our JV team pulled out the win 5-0. 2 goals by Vivian Vitale and 2 goals by Elia Klaus and 1 from Chloe Lesnick. The varsity team also pulled out the W 3-1. Goals by Adeline Kidd, Adeline Stormont, and Chloe Lesnick. So the girls are off and running and start the season 3-0 with 2 big conference wins this last week. Coming up this week, 3 competitions. On Monday, they will be at Michigan Center, 5:30 start time. Wednesday, they'll be at Manchester, 5:30 start time. And then Friday night at home against Quincy with a 4:30 start time. Keep up the good work, Warriors. Way to go. Our boys golf team got things kicked off this last week out at the Manchester Jamboree that was held at Calderon Golf Course. And the Warriors finished in second place just behind the Pirates with a total overall score of 183. The Warriors were led by senior Zach Rice shooting a 42, followed by Jackson Zebel shooting a 43. Bennett Jones with a 44. Jake Richardson with a 54. And Owen Gogol and Grayson Moser both with 60s. These boys will take to the links once again on Tuesday at the Addison Cascades Jamboree out at Lake Leanne Golf Course. That starts at 3 p.m. Way to go, Warriors. Way to get them clubs swinging and get the season kicked off right. So that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody out there sending me your info, sending me your highlights, your clips, your stats, your scores, your standings, your upcoming schedule. Spring sports are in full swing in Grass Lake, and it is exciting. These kids are off and running, and it's even almost bittersweet for the senior group as their career at Grass Lake High School is coming to a close very soon. This is their last moment out on the track, out on the field, wherever they are competing. So it is an important time, a special time for those athletes and those families. So let's make sure we definitely include our seniors on these episodes here. So make sure you like the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please help spread the word. Share it amongst each other. Tell your friends. Tell your families. We want to make this channel as big and as great as possible, just to kind of celebrate everything that our Warriors are doing. Remember, this is for all Warriors, kindergarten to seniors, boys and girls, whatever they're out there doing. If you got a Warrior competing, we want to know about it. We want to celebrate with you. So, as I said, it's late and I need to get to bed. So until next time, God bless our kids. God bless our community. And go Warriors!